Welcome back, everybody, to another Whiteboard Wednesday. Totally forgot to count what episode we're on, but my gut says that we're on episode 9. Never mind, Nolan just told me we're on episode 9. So, welcome back. Hope you have been enjoying the videos. I'd really appreciate, just let us know if this has been helpful for you, if there's anything specific that you want us to get into, we'd be happy to do so. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about what to look for when you walk through a house if you're thinking about buying it. But if you're in the process of selling your house, these are things you should think about because buyers are going to probably be looking for this, all right? So what to look for. So I'm not going to talk about the obvious, make sure that the roof's not leaking, make sure that the electrical panel's updated, make sure that there's not, 5 feet of water in the crawl space or anything like that, right? I'm going to assume that when you go and you're thinking about buying a house, you're checking some of those basic things, making sure that, that the heat and air work, that the plumbing is in good order, etc. So we're going to get into a little bit of the things that I always like to look at that personally I think give a good indication of the overall health of a house. So first item, number 1. I'm gonna have to erase something here in a moment. So look under the sinks. When you're in the kitchen, open up the bottom cabinets. Look under the sinks. See if depends, what type of cabinets there are, but it could either be the floor too. See if it's moist or does it look like it has any rot buildup or is there mold there, etc. You want to see if there's any indication that the sink or the piping with the sink has been leaking. You want to do that in the kitchen and the bathrooms. And so item number 2 is also water related, and this is something that is helpful too. Alright, so what does that mean? Check the toilets. It's very similar to the sink thing. What I like to do in the bathrooms, I go and I literally kind of step over the toilet and push down and or jump a little bit on the floor or the subfloor around the toilets to make sure or find out how solid the floor is there. It's an area that sometimes has easy leaks or water buildup there that's not always noticeable because you're not walking there, so it can stay hidden. But if you go and stand there or put some pressure on it, it can be really helpful at that point, and it's an indication for how good the overall subfloor of the housing is. All right, I'm going to erase this really quickly. All right, and so for tip number 3 here, I'm going to give you the third one. And you're going to notice these are all water related. So this is tip number 3. When you're walking around the outside of the house, I like to see if there's any noticeable water canals or things like that. So what do I mean like that? So when it rains a lot or water's not draining well on a property, and sometimes you'll see in the yard, there's certain parts where you see those little rivers or rivulets kind of gone into the dirt that have built up, and you notice that water's probably been running down there consistently for a while. And so that's something to look for on the outside, and especially if you have a basement or one of the back walls of the house is built into a hill, you want to see if the water's running away from the house, not towards the house, and that'll give you an indication on the moisture as well. That'll be helpful. And here's a bonus tip for you. Number 4 is, this is an easy way to kind of just check for termites that somebody taught me or that I learned from somebody. If you have a pocket knife or even a pen and you're in the crawl space or in the basement area and you're not sure, to consider and look at when you're walking through a house. It'll give you an idea of the viable condition of the house, and check into some things that might not be super obvious. Hope you found this helpful. Did we forget a tip? If there's something else that we should be looking at houses, let us know, or something that you look at. Thanks so much, guys. Take care. See you next episode of Whiteboard Wednesday.